Hi everyone, very good evening. All right, welcome back to the series of Law and Money, episode 2. And today we are going to understand about how much do lawyers earn in India. Okay, that is one of our major topic because we enter into legal field with high expectations, and when we get the reality check, we get confused like what to do now, right? So let's figure it out, which career option is better for you. I'm going to cover in this particular episode about how you can start earning money in legal profession, what are the fields through which you can earn money, what are the skill sets you need, as well as which field is better for you, whether it's litigation, corporate, and much more. Okay, we are also going to understand if you want to create your career in litigation or corporate, what skills do you actually need. Okay, so stay tuned for more and make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. So today we are going to understand about how much do lawyers make in India in the field of litigation or corporate, as well as what should be your actual expectation. Right, you must have come across various reels on Instagram or various pictures, various posts saying that get job of 2 lakh rupees, start earning as a lawyer, start earning 5 lakh rupees and more, right? So don't fall for that scam. First thing I'm going to tell you, don't fall for those scams because that's not the reality. Yes, you will start earning around 5 lakh, 2 lakh, and much more, but that is going to come later on. And in this particular session, I'm going to explain you what's the actual reality in legal profession, what should be your expectation, so that if you are currently in first year or in your final year, you can take your decision wisely after knowing which career path is suitable for you. Because when you are in law college and when it comes to when you reach final year, it becomes very crucial for you to decide which career option is better for you, because on that your whole life is going to depend upon. Correct? And when we are talking about life, once you're out in the practical world, it's just not about your degree, it's just not about you, because after a certain time you're also going to have financial responsibilities with you. Your family will be having expectations from you that you should also start earning. So a lot of factors will come into picture. You yourself will be having certain expectations from yourself, that this is what you had imagined yourself to be. Correct? We all do have dream, and especially when we watch Suits, we get that dream of being a corporate lawyer. But let's have a reality check. Like, if you're entering into these type of professions, what is the salary expectation, how much income you should be expecting? It's always be better to be aware than to stay in your dream zone, right? So that reality doesn't hit you hard in this scenario. So in this particular session, I'm going to cover how much you can expect in litigation, how much you can expect in corporate, which career path you should be choosing based on what scenarios and everything. So my name is Ria Chabra. I'm a corporate lawyer with 5 plus years of experience. I'm currently working as legal consultant in an IT company, and I have worked so far with multiple companies from IT to HR. And with that experience, I'm going to give you proper knowledge about how much lawyers are actually being paid. Okay, I'm also going to cover what should be your expectation if you are from a non-NLU college or NLU, how this thing salary difference is there. So make sure that if you are attending this session right now, you're very much interactive. You can ask all your queries during this session with regard to your career, because there are rarely people who are giving you actual scenario. I wish I had a senior like that when I was in law college, who would have given me a reality check about the salary. Because when I used to do internships over there, there were people saying like, when I used to say like, I want a job, I'm in final year, I'm doing internship, I used to be very stressed out at that time. Like, I need a job. So all the seniors used to directly say, focus on the internship, you will get the opportunity later on. Focus on the learning right now. But if your major concern is finances, if you ultimately know that once you are out of your law college, you have to manage your finances, how you'll be able to just focus on the learning? Now that point was good. How he guided me, that was actually good, because that was my learning stage. But still, finances do play a huge role in your legal career as well, right? So it's better to be aware of which career path is going to give you how much. So let me know from where you are joining. All right, let me know once the screen is visible to you. All right. Now, just give me a moment. I'm going to share my screen. Do let me know once it's visible. In the meantime, share and subscribe, and also do let me know from where you are joining and what you are doing currently. If you are a first year law student, final year law student, and whatever you are doing currently, do let me know. I'll be able to guide you better. Okay. So before understanding how much you should be expecting, let's first understand about the different career choices. So in legal profession, mainly the audience is divided into two parts. The students are divided into two parts: litigation and corporate. This is the big dilemma for law students, like which career option is good for me, whether I should be going ahead with litigation, whether I should be going ahead with corporate, right? So which career path should I go ahead with? Now let's understand about each of them. I'm going to tell you based on your background as well. You need to decide your career options, right? Because it plays a huge role, especially in law field. I'm going to answer all questions of yours, so please do let me know that you are there. Give me reactions, give me certain engagement, so I know that yes, you guys are listening and you are also liking the session, because I'm trying my best to cover actual reality points, that how much you should be expecting. So let's first decide your litigation. I love this field of litigation. I'm a corporate lawyer, but I really wish, had I got the chance to work as a litigant, I would have definitely opted for this career option, litigation. But there are certain difficulties in litigation as well. First is that this career option needs a lot of patience. If you want to work and practice in court, you need a lot of patience with you. Why? Because in the initial years, you cannot expect any income. That's the harsh reality. When you start working and practicing in court during your initial years, you can expect your income to be zero, and you might have to depend on your family for the income for a certain period of time. But this field is definitely going to pay you a lot once you have, have got a certain level of experience for a period of 3 years and more. So you need to at least 2 years get that experience, gather those skills, create connections, and then eventually you'll start seeing that litigation has started paying you off. It needs a lot of patience. It's a slow and steady growth, but eventually, after giving it a lot of time, you'll start seeing the results. And when you start seeing the results are highly painful. Like you'll realize that yes, it was all worth it. All the slow progress and being patient actually paid you off. A litigant, like why this field is good and for whom this will be a better option. If you are someone especially who doesn't have financial responsibilities, when you can manage time, when time is not a concern for you, you are okay with giving time to this field, there's no financial pressure, there's no other pressure on your end, right? Then this field is perfect option for you. Do give it a try, irrespective of later on if you want to switch from litigation to corporate, that's fine. But if you really have time with you, do give litigation a try. All right, because that's where the fun is. You are studying law, you want to practice in court. That is where you are actually playing law in real practical world. Okay, so I made it very clear that when you are opting for litigation, don't expect immediate financial returns. All right, how you can start coping upon this thing is, when you start working as a litigant, try doing internships prior graduating from your law college under advocates, so that by the time you're out of your college, you already have certain type of court experience, you already have a senior with you, right? Now growth depends on reputation and experience. The more people will get to know, the more they'll be trusting you with their cases, and the more clients you'll be getting. It's all about branding yourself. So when you want to practice in court, create yourself as a brand, create your image, work on yourself, create connections. So in order to be a litigant, you need to have a very good communication skills, you need to be very much active and smart and very much engaging with people. You should be able to deal with the clients, and lastly, you should be able to handle matters in the court, right? So these are the skill sets you need. Now, why this field is better for the people who are coming from legal background already, who are having, their father, grandfather, all were in the law field. It is highly helpful for them. Reason is that they already have the connections. The moment they graduate from the college, they already have connections who were who were the clients of his father. They can do. Some of the people who are already in the legal field, they already have a law firm of their own, who are first generation lawyers. They have to struggle a lot because you don't have any connections with you. All you are doing is doing everything from scratch, right? So you need to work a little bit hard, but this field is definitely going to pay you off after a certain period of time. I'm also going to show you how much should be the your expectations, how much amount you should be expecting. So let's now do give me reactions and from where you are joining, okay? Now, let's understand about corporate law as a career choice. This field is highly demanded right now. Everyone wants to become a corporate lawyer right now. Why? Because it provides you structured work with fixed salary. Okay, I'm also going to tell you the difference between both the fields. Corporate gives you fixed salary, so there's no tension that how much amount you'll be earning this month. You are being hired based on the fixed salary, and that's the amount that gets credited to your account every month. There's no stress of how much amount you're going to earn this time. Okay, faster financial stability, because there's a fixed salary, you have clear expectations, you can manage your finances accordingly, you will be receiving bonuses, incentives, and all. Then work involves what type of work you'll be doing in corporate. You'll be working on contracts, compliances, and business advisory. So majorly the work in corporate law is covered under your contracts. It revolves around your contract drafting, negotiation, and life cycle management. It also talks about compliances, that is company compliances. Every company needs to manage their they need to keep all their legal things into track, for which they hire legal compliance officers as well, whose responsibility is going to make sure that company is complying with all the laws. For example, you have been hired as in-house counsel in a company. Your role over there will be to guide the company in case any lawsuit is filed against the company, to manage the contracts of the company. Okay, so you'll be the one drafting the contract, negotiating the contract, reviewing the contract. Now let's say that the company wants to launch a new company, like have a new company. You will be the one guiding the company with intellectual property rights. You'll be the one guiding the company, like which type of company will be beneficial for them, whether it will be your one person company or private company, public company, which type of business is suitable, what are the documents required for the same. And also you'll be dealing with the external advocates as well. So as in-house counsel, your role is just not limited to one thing. You should be having knowledge about contract drafting, intellectual property rights, mergers and acquisitions, company registrations, and overall, as well as having knowledge about the court as well. So in-house counsel role is more of a mixture of your litigation plus corporate. Okay, I am going to cover a whole a session where I am going to describe you what skills you need in order to opt for this career option. So don't worry, stay tuned with Ledroit India for more. Make sure that you have subscribed to the channel. Okay, now next is higher initial income potential. This career option is better for people who are in need of immediate money, like they are expecting to start earning as soon as they are out of their law college. Corporate law is the best field for them, especially nowadays it is being chosen by women as well. All the girls who are opting for law, they go for corporate law mainly because it gives you fixed income, and also there can be provision of work from home, depends on the company in where you are getting the work. Okay, now long working hours and continuous upskilling. Corporate is currently, as I said, that it is highly demanded, so there's huge competition in field. It is not possible for everyone to get into this particular job because there is huge competition. As I already mentioned in my other videos, that for one corporate job in India, around 10,000 applications are received. So now you can understand that how much competition is there, how much you have to upgrade on your skills. It's not one time thing that you have just got a degree and that's that's enough to enter into the market. You need to continuously work on yourself. You need to have more skill sets with you. Okay, but I'm also going to give you the reality check that how much salary you can expect, because since I'm saying that there's a lot of competition in this field, there are chances that because of the competition you might, go and look out for courses and diplomas who are charging you heftily, and they are also saying that I'm going to give you placement guarantee. Again, repeating, don't fall for those scams. When your college where you attended full time is not even giving you any guarantee of placements, how you can expect that a third organization who is providing you a course for a limited time can give you placement guarantee? Job market is very much, dynamic. No one can give you guarantee about the placements. Ultimately it's your skills and you who decides like where you'll be able to get the opportunity. Okay, so ultimately you have to work on yourself, and you need to be very smart in today's world. So it's no longer limited that if you're a lawyer you are good with your grades, that's enough. Just grades are not going to pay your bills. You need to have skill sets with you in order to pay your bills. And what skill sets you need? The skill sets, if you want to create your career in corporate law, you need that you should be aware of contract drafting. You should know how to draft NDA, MSA, service agreements, and more. You should be able to do contract review, negotiation. You should also be aware of filing of intellectual property rights and much more. So, if you want to become a corporate lawyer, start upgrading your skills. Learn contract drafting, negotiation, review, contract management, intellectual property rights filings. Learn about topics of mergers and acquisitions. And when I'm saying these topics, I don't mean theoretical, I'm talking about practical knowledge. Okay, so for these, if you want to work on your skill sets, you can also check out our course on contract drafting that is there on our website www.ledroidinia.in. Now, as I gave you a brief analysis of both the fields, litigation and corporate, let's understand which career is better for law students in India. I gave you a reality check that litigation is beneficial for people who have patience with them, who have, kind of family background as well. If you don't have family background, that's not an issue. But if you have time with you, then for sure go for litigation. It is going to pay you off. I had seniors who started working as criminal lawyers, and now today they are earning a lot. Like their monthly income is more than 10 lakh. So that's their monthly income. So when I'm saying that litigation is good field, it is a good field. It starts paying you off after a certain level of time. There's no immediate money, it's steady growth over there. You need to be very patient. There will be days where you will be judging your choice because there will be no income, and you'll be questioning yourself that why I opted for this. But if you are someone who have patience and who is very much stubborn, you will get that thing done. Okay, so all it needs is skill sets. You need to work on your skills, because in litigation you are your own brand. You need to work on yourself. A lawyer who is good in books, who is maybe you are good at drafting your cases as well, but if you don't have the ability to speak, if you don't have the soft skills, how you'll be able to retain your clients, how you'll be able to have your clients, right? So you need to work on your soft skills as well when you want to work in litigation, because it's all about, I'll switch to Hindi right now. It's all about जुबान की बोली. आप कैसे बोलते हो? It all depends over there. How you are converting your client. They are going to judge you based on the way you are speaking, and your tongue is going to help you in earning in this scenario. Like how you are converting a person, how you are building trust with your client. Okay, so it's all about connections as well. When you want to work in litigation, create connection with police officers, create connection in court with other advocates as well, so that when a case arises, when let's say there's an experienced senior advocate, he received a client, right now he is already having a lot of matters with him. If you have good connection with him, he can transfer that client to you and you can take up that matter. That is the value of connections. So litigation do pay off, and especially the field of criminal law, it also pays off. So in litigation, you can be a civil litigant, you can have specialty in banking, handling banking matters, You can have specialty in handling family matters, real estate matters, as well as criminal matters. So these are the specialty areas where you can work on your skills. In order to practice in courts in India, you should be aware of how to draft. That I'm talking about drafting of affidavits, civil suits, and all different planes, writ petitions, and all, right? You should be having that. Then you should be aware of the court procedure, the filing process, and all, having knowledge about the stamp papers and all the things. Then you should be having knowledge about your soft skills. That is the most important thing. Another way through which you can earn in litigation is going to be your freelancing. If you are a lawyer and you have knowledge about courts and everything, you can also become a freelance consulting to some companies as well. So, for example, during my time with Tata Steel over there, they used to have two lawyers with them. One, there was a firm, okay, there was a firm for of the company where all the legal matters used to be handled. They also had connections with the advocates who were practicing in court, to whom we used to outsource the work. So there were two departments: one who is working in the office, who is handling the cases, responding to legal notices and all. And now when the matter needs to be taken up to the court, there we have hired advocates who are practicing in courts, and we have kind of engaged them. So based on the number of cases we are giving to them, we are paying them the fees. So this way, in litigation as well, there will be connection of corporate, because when a lawsuit is filed against company, it is not going to be the corporate lawyer handling the case. It's going to be the court lawyer, the advocate who is handling the case, right? So you should be aware of these things as well. That's why there are advocates who have knowledge about your NCLT, who have knowledge about MC portals and all the things. So your skills do pay off, and in litigation with time it is going to pay you off, definitely. Now when it comes to corporate, again, corporate is also having its own perks, because you're getting a fixed salary, right? You're getting a fixed pay, you're getting guarantee that yes, once you got the job, upgrade your skills, you'll be having a promotion after a certain period of time. You are having fixed schedule with you and all those things. So the perks are there. Now if I have to conclude which career option is better for you, that depends on you, because a lot of factors play a role over here. There is no universal better career option. It ultimately depends on your situation, and based on your situation, you need to decide which career option is more useful for you, because time plays a crucial role. Again, I'm repeating, litigation is good for students who have patience with them, who have connections with them, right? And corporate law is good if you want immediate income. All right. Now if you want to work on your skills, like you want to work, how you'll be having the skill sets to start working as litigant in India, or start working as corporate lawyer in India, in our Ledroit India platform, we do have several courses that are going to give you practical skill sets, all right, where you'll be learning about how to actually draft, what's the practical process, how courts functions. In our litigation course, that is of legal drafting, you will be learning from Supreme Court advocate you of how things actually function in court, and how you are supposed to draft certain this thing documents, writ petitions, civil suits, and all. So do check out a legal drafting course for that. And if you definitely want to enter into corporate, look for the course on contract drafting, and all the courses are highly affordable. All right, don't fall for the scams where they are charging you 60,000, 1 lakh and all for the course. That is, we have heard several reviews as well. Those courses are not helpful at all. All right, now let's understand about average salary of lawyers in India. Reality check. Okay, now I'm going to explain this to you based on the level of experience. Before that, let's understand how much you can earn when you start working as a advocate in salary of around, during your time period of 0 to 2 years. May most of the time you'll be unpaid when you're working under a senior. If your senior is very good, you'll be paid around 10, 15, or 20,000. Okay, this salary is mainly offered. The starting pay made by the law firms are usually 15 to 20,000. Okay, this is the reality. If you maybe you'll be end up getting 25,000 to 30,000 as well. That's a rare scenario, but mostly 15,000 to 20,000 is the reality check, that the amount you are going to earn during your initial years, because at this time you are considered as a junior advocate who doesn't have that much knowledge about law. And in litigation we usually say that जब तक बाल ग्रे नहीं होते, सफेद नहीं होते, तब तक आपके पास एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, बिकॉज कहा जाता है कि बाल सफेद भी धूप में खड़े होके नहीं किए हमने। आपको लिटिगेशन में काफ़ी टाइम देना पड़ता है, देन यू इवेंचुअली स्टार्ट अर्निंग। नाउ आफ्टर 3 to 5 years, this is the time you'll actually start earning. You'll start having, because by this time you have already created connections, there are people who know you, so you can start earning 30,000 to 1 lakh and even upper per month. All right. Now, once you become an established advocate, that happens after a period of 5 years at least. Okay. Now, in this scenario, the more experience you have, the more connections you have got, the client sets and everything, right? So you can expect your salary from 2 lakh or 10 lakh and beyond. You can also start charging based on your per, per visit and per consultation as well. So you can charge as much money you want. It all depends on how much fame you have gathered by this time. आप कैसे वकील हो, आपका आपका ब्रांड नेम कितना फेमस हो चुका है, it all depends on that. So work on yourself, because litigation is all about branding yourself. Soft skills in this scenario, you should be able to make connections. Now let's talk about corporate lawyer salary in India. If you have opted for corporate law, in this particular scenario, you can expect, like if you are from a top law college, NLU, Symbiosis and all, in that scenario the starting salary is 12 lakh to 18 lakh. That is the starting salary. Okay. Then if you as a non-NLU student also, you can enter into tier 1 law firms or companies having a salary of 12 lakh. That depends on your skill sets. That completely depend on your skill sets. Okay. But if I have to really give you a reality check in this scenario, the starting salary of a corporate lawyer in India is around 5 lakh to 7 lakh rupees. That is the starting salary. Okay. Or it can also be around 4.5 to 5 lakh. So starting from 4.5 to 6 lakh, that is the starting salary of a corporate lawyer. Then as you have experience, after 2 years you can have a salary range between 7 to 9 lakh. After having experience of around 5 years, okay, the time gap that I said, that is from 2 years to 4 years, you can have a salary in between ranging from 6 lakh to 7 lakh to 9 lakh. Okay. After having experience of 5 years, you can have salary around 10 to 20 lakh. 10 to 20 lakh, it completely depends on your skill sets, the amount of experience you have, the type of company you have worked in, and all the things. Okay. A lot of factors play a role when it comes to your salary decision. So for my example, I have worked with 5 companies, and that helped me in getting a better opportunity, because that experience helped me. Whereas there are friends of mine as well who are working in same company for a period of 5 years, and they are being currently being paid differently. So when it comes to your salary, a lot of factors are going to play a role over here. Your city where you are from, that is also going to play a role over here. Okay. Now let's talk about the factors that decide how much lawyers earn in India. First is your practice area. Even in corporate, there are several practice area. If you're thinking that in corporate your role is just limited to drafting the contract, no. When you start working in corporate, very few of them are like who actually get the chance to get work on the core legal work of corporate sector. Initial work will be around of your contract abstraction, handling contracts, managing and working on the compliances and all. Okay. Initial role is going to be the role of legal associate, where you are helping your seniors and you're doing the work. And many companies hire corporate lawyers, including Bajaj as well. They also hire lawyers. All right. So similarly, every company hire young lawyers. Infosys, Wipro, they all have opening of junior legal associate, legal analyst. So these are the positions you can apply for. City also plays a huge role, because every city have their own different standard of living. So For example, Bangalore and Mumbai are considered, Bangalore, Mumbai, Delhi, all are very expensive, right? But still, when you have to do comparison of food and rent, Bangalore is famous for having high rents, right? High rents over there. Whereas Delhi, you can consider to find food at a very cheaper cost, right? So in this manner, it there's a huge difference between rent and all. So while deciding the salary, the rent amount is also considered, how what is the standard rent amount going on in the city, and accordingly the salary is offered. So if you're applying for a position in Bangalore, you will be getting better pay compared to a small town and all, because Bangalore is ultimately your metro city where you'll be paid better. Skill sets play a huge role. Drafting, negotiation, and compliance, when you be it your litigation, be it corporate, skill sets play a huge role over there. Because if you don't know how to actually draft, let's say you got the job, even in job there's a probation period, okay? It's just not limited till there that you got the job. Let's say you got the job but you don't know how to work over there, they are going to judge you. No one is going to sit and explain you the things. All they want is the work to be done from your end. So it's your responsibility. No one is going to consider that you are a fresher, you don't have experience. Your seniors are not going to explain you, because they are paying you to get the work done. So be it you're working in law firm, be it you're working in corporate, all they want is the returns, whether you are able to do the work or not. And this is where many people start having confidence issues as well. They start feeling underconfident because they have been making mistakes a lot, and their seniors are scolding them. There's a job risk as well at this situation. So skill sets just don't help you in getting internship, they actually help you in building your career. Even when it comes to having a promotion, even when it comes to securing your job, or even when it comes to getting a job. So it's just not limited to one thing. Even once you have entered into job, you still need to have continuously upgrade your skills in order to stay in that job, so that tomorrow no one else can come and replace you. All right, so work on these skill sets, work on your soft skills as well as a lawyer, because it's just not limited to your this thing bookish knowledge. There's much more out there. This field especially requires you to have soft skill. You should be able to communicate, you should be able to have those smart skills, that confidence to talk to people. So degrees alone do not determine income skills, income, okay, skills too. So work on your skills, and at Ledroit we continuously help you in working on your skills, guide you where you can apply as well. If you want to work in corporate sector, we are going to guide you what opportunities you can apply for, what interview questions you can expect, and everything will be there. How your CV should look like, we help you in everything over there. And in our courses, while explaining you, let's say, non-disclosure agreement, we are going to give you practical background, where this agreement is used, how this agreement is full, what are the points to consider when you start drafting a non-disclosure agreement. We also help you with freelancing as well, like how you can start earning as a freelancer too. Okay, so do check out our website for that. Now let's understand, based on the experience, average salary of lawyers in India, be it your litigation. I'm also going to cover one more important point, like whether your college plays a role over here or not. Okay, again, coming to the point, the famous myth, NLU and non-NLU. In this particular scenario, yes, college do play a certain level of role, because for some opportunities they directly say that students from top law college, all right, they do mention this thing. So okay, let's remove those opportunities. We are also not going to apply over there. But when it comes to non-NLU, how you can get that salary as well. Ultimately, when you are litigating, will the judge is judge is going to ask you this question, from which college you have graduated? No, he's not going to be bothered at all from which speak before the judge or not, right? That is what he's going to look at. So you should be working on your skills, because ultimately after a point, no one is going to ask you from which college you have graduated. Everyone is going to judge you based on how you are presenting yourself, the skill sets you have. All right, so if you have the skill sets, you can outshine everyone over here. All right, now Another question, that whether doing LLM is, suggestive or not, if you want a higher income or not. Do let me know your questions on this, and if you are finding this insightful, do give me reactions. Okay, it keeps me motivated as whether doing LLM is fruitful or not. I'll answer to one more question, whether doing LLM from abroad is useful for or not. Because I had certain friends as well in my, all talking about from my experience. My friends did LLM, and I started working directly after having my LLB degree. Okay, I directly started working after having my LLB degree, and my friend did LLM of 1 year, and then they got the job. So over here in this particular scenario, there was a very minor salary difference, very minor salary difference, because by the time they graduated, I already had experience with me. And that experience helped me in getting a better job in this scenario by way of promotion or by way of switching to job. I was already earning how much they got initial offer after getting the LLM. So many students do this, like they do LLB from a normal college, and for LLM they go for NLUs and top colleges. But the reality check is there's not much difference over here. You might be just wasting your time. If you are someone who really want to start earning, then you can directly start earning after just having LLB degree and having certain certificate courses with you, certain skill sets, that's all. LLM, yes, LLM comes into picture when you are being promoted for a higher position. So yes, it will come into picture later on. After starting your career, you may decide like, okay, now you're finding it the right time to do LLM. So it completely depends on you whether you want to directly do LLM after your LLB, or whether you want to take a gap in between, get the work experience, and then decide whether doing LLM is going to be fruitful for you or not. But yes, for certain senior positions, having a master's degree is demanded in corporate sector. Okay, so I had personal interest in MBA. I did my MBA, so that is the master degree that I hold. So similarly, if you have interest in LLM, you can go ahead with it. Now, coming to the question whether doing LLM from abroad is fruitful or not. When you want to study in abroad, UK, US, and all, or Australia. I had my friends who went to Australia, who did law from Canada, who is working in Dubai right now. So I have friends like that. Now they all are having different career options as well as of for now. So when you go to Australia, over there the laws are completely different. So altogether you have to work on the things. In UK laws and India laws are kind of same, right? USA again the laws are completely different. So it will be very much hard for you to have an understanding of a different country law. In India, the LLB gave you an understanding of how to interpret law, and with this knowledge, now you can for sure go and study LLM in some other nations as well. But whether it's fruitful or not, I have seen people come returning back from Canada, returning back from UK, and finding a job over here. You are going to spend 40, 60 lakh in going abroad and studying over there. Who are the people getting the job? Who are having very good financial backup? Okay, if you are someone who is taking a loan and then going abroad and studying over there and thinking that you'll be able to pay off your loan, it can take a certain period of time as well. Because when you go for foreign universities over there as well, there's no job guarantee. Plus there is time boundage that within a period of 6 months after getting your law degree, you need to find a job. And if you're not able to find a job during this time, your visa will be cancelled and you'll be sent back to your nation. So over there again the competition is a lot. You are also going to face certain type of struggle because you are not you have just done LLM from there. You did not complete your full studies from there, and all these things will also come into picture. So when it comes to finding a job over there, again it all depends on your connections and how you are finding the job, your skill sets and everything. But mainly I have seen a lot of people returning back to India who did their LLM from abroad, and now they're finding jobs in India. It also happens that way. So go over there if you actually have plan of settling in abroad, because it is going to take time. So decide whether it's worth it or not. All right, so these were the things. I hope you guys are enjoying the session. I'm sharing all my personal experiences and knowledge with you to help you all. Now, let's talk about how law students can increase their earning potential in India. How you'll be able to increase. First is that practical skills, not degrees alone. Work on your practical skills, learn contract drafting, learn IPR filing, because the more skill sets you'll have, the more opportunities you'll have with yourself. You'll just not be limited to one thing, especially if you're practicing as well. Okay. Next is develop strong commercial understanding. Develop your understanding about different areas as well. So tomorrow, let's say that you are working in court and your specialized field is real estate sector. Tomorrow you received a client who needs like the matter is related to civil law, some other topic is there. If you have the skill sets, you'll be able to take that client as well. You're not letting your client go, right? So have knowledge about different areas as well. If you're a corporate lawyer working in a law firm, you can also start working as freelancer somewhere, and you can also start getting clients, or you can start working as legal consultant or drafting contracts side by side. Build a professional LinkedIn presence. Many law students do this mistake. They don't have a LinkedIn presence. Again, I'm repeating, be it corporate, be it litigation, you are creating your own brand. So work on yourself, create your LinkedIn presence. Okay. Mention over there whatever you are doing, whatever achievement you have, references as well. When you start, like, let's say there are LinkedIn connections with you. I had one LinkedIn connection when I was in law college. She was a CEO of a company, and when I was in my final year, I directly wrote a mail to her requesting whether she has any opening in her, like, company or not. And she actually responded and tagged her HR team, who later on managed and scheduled a meeting with me for an interview round and asked me to share my CV with them. So do make LinkedIn account, do create connections on LinkedIn, because that is also a place where you'll be where you'll get a chance to start huge role when it comes to law. Network with lawyers and industry professionals. If you want to enter into corporate law, the best practice is going to be start working on your skills right now. Based on your skills, get an internship in a corporate company. Like, let's say that you got the skills of contract drafting, you have an understanding of contract lifecycle management, and with that skill sets you applied for a internship in Infosys. And companies do hire, especially when it comes to interns. They do see, like, okay, we have received an internship opportunity, like internship application, let's consider that maybe we can use this intern. Right now the workload is a lot, so they can consider. And you got that internship in Infosys. Later on, when they if they like your work, okay, they liked your work and everything is there, they can offer you the job opportunity as well once you graduate. So the best career pathway of entering into corporate, if you are currently in your law colleges, develop skill sets, apply for internships, then automatically experience of internship as well, you'll be able to apply for more opportunities too. If you are currently, like, if you want to create your career in litigation, the best practice again is develop your skill sets, start working under seniors, do your trial and error. I had one senior whom, like, when I was doing my internship, I came across him in the courtroom, and I got to know that he was already practicing under an advocate and handling his cases. So basically, when there was, minor communication needs to be done to the judge or anything, he used to appear and talk to the judge, informing him about the things. He was the one talking to the client as well, giving them update about the this thing status of the case. So this way he was already creating his connections. He was already having connection with the judges got to know about him, right? And till this time he was already, like, he was in final year by law school, and by the time he graduated he started earning, because by this time he already had connections, people know him, the clients knew him, so it was easy for him to get the clients. So the best way in litigation as well is start working from today. Don't delay the things, right? Don't procrastinate. And how everything is connected, all depends on your skill sets. So the more you delay, the more you're delaying your future as well. So today, start working on your skill sets. Learn about drafting, learn about contract drafting, litigation drafting, learn about IPR filing, and that is definitely going to help you, because these skill sets are going to open more doors of income for you. It's just not about doing litigation, it is also opening your door to start working as legal consultant, to start working as freelancer as well, right? So you are generating your 2 3 sources of income just by having the skill sets with you. Now, in law, people say that it doesn't pay you off. It actually pays you, and when it starts paying you now, it is better than any other field. In the starting years, you might be having regret, like what is this salary that you're earning, but everything depends on your skill sets and your hard work. Continue working on yourself, continue upgrading your skills, continue having new experiences with you, and that is definitely going to pay you off. And when it starts paying you off, other fields are not going to matter to you because you will be at the top. Okay, so if you want to upgrade your skills, do check out our courses on ledroitindia.in. We have courses on legal drafting, IPR filing, corporate courses as well with regard to contract drafting and more. So I hope you guys liked the session, right? If you really enjoyed the session, do give us a like, share, and subscribe. In our next session, that I'm going to be live on next Saturday at same timing, 5:30 p.m., I'm going to discuss on topic soft skills every law student needs to succeed in legal profession. So I'm going to talk about what soft skills you actually need apart from having your law degree, what other skill sets you need to develop, so that you are able to answer to your interview questions, you are able to have good clients with you, convert your clients and everything. Okay, so I hope you